Hello. Uh, just stopping in, saying hello. I liked how Annette dressed up for Halloween. That was cool. That was nice. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, like sometimes like what to talk about anymore. You know what I mean? Like there was a lot of things I want to talk about, but I don't know. Like if you guys have ideas of things that you'd like me to talk about, I mean, definitely tell me. I know that that's why I would go live so late at night because it seemed like there was less people live, late at night. If you guys want to come up with any ideas or anything at all that you want to talk about, we can address those subjects. I haven't really. I mean, I uploaded that video earlier. Thought it was kind of funny. I really didn't know where he was. Hanging out for a little while or anything. Anybody take their kids out trick or treating tonight? Anything good going on? Or any news in YouTube land? I really don't know. I just was doing all my laundry and stuff. Nothing too exciting. I did hang out with my friend and, went to that cemetery and he's really funny though. Hi, Paranormal. Yeah, Halloween just doesn't seem to be like what it used to be, you know, if you know what I mean. It's you know, you just don't see a lot of kids out. I did see one, maybe two group of kids out. Not, we don't really get any Halloween. I can't even remember the last time that we got trick or treaters. I know, even just 10 years ago, things are so different. I mean, sad. It's really sad. I mean, I can't even like. I still saw like some kids, dressed like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which I always kick myself for those sketches that I used to get all the time from Kevin Eastman, the people who created, um, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because they're from around this area and they used to always come into this bar that I worked at. And it was when they first had gotten famous, and man, they would draw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on everything, like paper plates for us, napkins, everything. And, you know, man, you just don't hold on to things, but I'm sure those things are probably, like an original sketch of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but by the people who, signed and shit. Like, ugh, kick yourself for things sometimes. Oh my God, it was like loads. You take a pillowcase for all the candy and then check it all, make sure it wasn't fucking razors in it or anything. See if it was my I used to always love it when people would use full candy bars. You ever have those people? Or the people like who'd put $1 in it. Yeah. But the people like with the full candy bars, those were cool. I never liked the were they not smart? Those they think they call them Smarties over here, but whatever. Those little, the little like pill size candies in the plastic wrapper and all different colors. I never liked those much. Those were never my favorite. But Reese's were good. Um, then it just got to where you'd buy Halloween candy and eat it ourselves. In England, Smarties are different. That was kind of cool that Nat dressed up though for her Halloween thing, huh? Oh, come on, Tucker. Please, Tucker. Stop being a jerk. What was her live stream about? Hi, Kimberly. She reminded you of Joker's bride if Joker from Batman got married. The Joker. Now, what was? Oh, he was the Dark Knight. Was Heath Ledger, right? Heath Ledger. I cannot remember any of my like costumes when I was. Oh, so you did the same thing tonight, Kimberly? Laundry. I was watching that. I've been watching a lot of things on YouTube. It's so crazy how people are. I mean, back in the day, you could go trick or treating. Nowadays, you probably can't even go trick or treating, safely. I wouldn't. I wouldn't. You could walk up to the door of somebody. I mean, I keep thinking about that guy, that Mike Lutunsky or whatever. I mean, you just gotta think to yourself, how many times, hi night out, how many times, like even I mean, there's probably just been so many times people have gone trick or treating and knocked on somebody's door, with these people who are, like serial killers and been going for years upon years. I mean, can you just imagine, like, how many times? Oh, you did? Are they older or young? Like, did they want to go by themselves? Or, man, even if you went with them, though, you could end up like in somebody's house, like just, uh, like that one here, like in Springfield, where the guy had bodies buried on his property and in the basement. I mean, uh, oh, he's 9. Oh, how'd you coax him out of it? That must have been tough. Even if you went with him, I just don't even know what gets into people. Like, I mean, like there was, we don't have any trick or treat, not for years now. I'd find candy he didn't have to go trick or treating. I mean, what you could do, Kimberly, is actually hide candy around the house and just have him have a candy hunt in your house. You know that? You could have him have a candy hunt in the house. That'd be cool, like, you know, if like if if I had a little kid now, I would interview them. not like tell anybody that like who they were or anything at all. And like um I'd really be interested in knowing how different ages feel, like about certain things. And you know what I'm saying? Like, and you being his mother, you know how much like he knows and what he does. But I think it'd be really interesting to know how the future feels about the present. You know what I'm saying? I think hearing something, out of the mouths of babes is maybe what people need, is to realize that, you know, the people who are making decisions now aren't taking into account how the people that those decisions affect feel. And at the end of the day, um, it's important to know if a lot of the fear and issues that are taking place because they're created out of the angst that our future generations are having to face and live with. I mean, when they talk about, what they're going to do if, um, you know, they're just not taking into consideration the future. I don't think a lot of people in charge think about, they think about instant gratification. They want instant gratification. They don't think about the future of, um, you know, what's what's on the plate. I mean, how about asking, the little kids if they miss going to school? Sure, at the time, it might have been like novelty for little kids and stuff, and kids to be able to sleep in late and not go to school and all that. Yeah, sure, that's the novelty of it. But the bottom line is, at the end of the day, can we hear from the people, the regular people who were facing all of that, and and you know how it's affecting them and their children and what they're seeing, and if they have older children and a younger child, what they're seeing in the difference of their social behavior. All of that is so important. Triggers them, really. Maybe from the computer. Give you a steroid injection in your thumb. Wow. He believes it to me. Hmm. You know, I feel like a lot of history repeats itself. I feel like that there's no possible way that in the past, the people who created like mosaics, who created aqueducts, who built certain archaeological what are you doing with your thumb there? I don't know. So just thumbs up, and that's what you're doing. Um, different things that have been accomplished way back when really took some high intelligence to do those things. Um, it wouldn't surprise me if, their like, all right, what are they, like pylons? But then, like, they're also called obelisks, but don't they have the same, like, energy, kind of? Am I right? Am I wrong? Is it something to do with like some fiber optics and crystals and things like that? I could be wrong. I don't know. I know I'm always like out there in my thoughts because I'm really no, I can't, Kimberly. And that's why I think it would be so interesting to, you know, put more of the spotlight on, the kids. We're not, I don't think like people are really thinking about, the future. We're thinking it's depressing. We've watched movies that are depressing, that show a depressing future. We've seen all of that, and it always seems like it comes to an end and in a sad, sad, bad way. Um, and I keep thinking, like, is there somewhere along that way of repeated history that we can change things? Or is it all in vain? I don't want to think it is. I want to feel like with YouTube or any other social media platform, um, I get it. Like, we're not, but there are some people out there that are really doing good and trying to do good and make a change. Um, we just, you know what? I get really, um, what's the one I want to say? Discouraged. I get really discouraged. I feel like we were picking up speed, with, our message out there that, we're going to keep our head up and keep on trucking. And that because of recent events and it seeming like, yeah, but I didn't do any of that stuff. So, but then not saying per se myself, I'm saying that to be silenced for not knowing a particular, you know, reason, the reason kind of seems discouraging. especially for somebody like anybody. It's like starting all over again and again and again and again. And during a time you watch people smear you and see people fall away. And I'm so glad Kimberly's still here in Night Owl and Paranormal and people who are. I feel like people don't get notifications for my live streams. I don't know if they do or not. I feel like for 4 years, I was such a target of a thumbs down campaign that it was 80-20 ratio that I was, kind of knocked out of the race. You did? Thank you, Kimberly. I feel at crossroads. You know? Thank you, Paranormal. Thank you, Night Owl. Like, I really, really do want to believe in the power of good and positivity and hi net and using this platform, for as we want to use it. It's there, but it's up to us the message that we want to convey. But I feel like anybody else, like when you start thinking, um, man, like what to do, that kind of feeling. I'm like everybody else. I just want to be like, I can't change nothing, cares. But then again, I'm not like that. Then I feel like I gave up and like everybody else. They like we won't have anywhere to go to be around people who are kind. Nets, yep. There's there is plenty of places, I'm sure, but there is some places I see a lot of. It's okay. I don't, Kimberly. I feel like I can have faith and spirituality without having to go to a church. Don't get me wrong, I like them. I like the peacefulness and the serenity. No worries, Paranormal. I'm glad you're still my friend. You know? It's worth everything. Paranormal, I even look back and I even think that perhaps that person who, you know, it wasn't even like that it even started with that person per se. In my opinion, looking back and seeing some of the things that occurred, I honestly think that they had been getting harassed by um, by a person that I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, okay? I honestly believe that no, and I don't even think I really I don't even if people really hate people, like that's so strange to me because I don't really hate anybody, you know? And I think in actuality, probably more people like each other than hate each other, you know? But even then, Jax, I think that a lot of people, even including myself, it is hard to wrap our heads around. I know paranormal, but you know what? I really think that that person who I dated for 6 weeks, like, in real life, that was harassing me in physical, on social media, like before YouTube, in any possible way they could, that um I I really think they, followed me to YouTube, and honestly, I'm saying I know it sounds like so crazy to even think that somebody's new, like they're not new now, but their girlfriend, um, oh, Jax's Paranormal Underworld, um, even was, helping them, was helping them, and that personal campaign just never ended. And it's still, I still see this person whom I know that is them. I don't care how much they want to say they are not the deaf stuff. I know they are, you know. Um, and man, I even listened, like to the V person one night saying, and they said their name and who are you, to, and I knew my daughter would even say, Mom, I smell this person behind this. And I honestly believe that kind of shit is so creepy. So creepy. I've seen that person, commenting with my address and saying, oh, and just check those police records. You'll find out some really interesting stuff. No, they won't. No, they won't. It was somebody whom I dated for 6 weeks, way back when, and what, like 2016, maybe. And I knew that they were not somebody I wanted to date, but anymore. They were like, showing really red flags, you know. And I remember my friends saying a long time ago, sometimes the small signs turn out to be huge billboards at the end. And, I mean, I was the type of person who I I pay my rent. Don't go looking for a guy who's going to pay my rent or that they've got a nice car or that they're making a lot of money. Nothing like that is, even if somebody doesn't have any of those things, none of that is, like a deal breaker for me. If they have a good personality, if they're honest, if they, are funny. I really like funny people. Um, and this person just lied about basic things, though. Yeah. And then it seemed like everything that was mine within 6 weeks was theirs to destroy if I didn't want to be with them. Because they didn't really have a car, and they didn't really have a job, and they didn't really have an apartment. They, in fact, were had some girl that was expecting their baby that they had lied about. I mean, they were still, and there was a lot of crap in this person's closet, let's just say. And I remember that the girl who was the bartender at the like restaurant bar local place where we had met at 6 weeks before were first people were like, because he was charming, but you start seeing things after 6 weeks and you're like, okay, this guy, this can't really be happening. Like when somebody doesn't have a car, but they tell you they're on their way to your house, and you're thinking to yourself, uh, like you just got out of work, you just want to go home, like you always have your whole life, and lay down on your couch and watch TV, like you've always done, right? It's your life, you work, you just go home. You don't want to have to pick somebody up, bring them to your house, and then they got to sleep over. Then you got to bring them home the next day, going to work. And if you don't, then you're a garbage C word whore, pig whore. Sorry, garbage C word pig whore. And you're like, I don't understand this. I'm just home. I'm just doing what I've done like my whole life. I pay my own bills. I'm just home. I'm not hurting anybody. I just don't feel like picking you up tonight. I've been with you every night. But you don't have a car. I mean, you said you had a car. If you had a car, it would be different. You could drive yourself here. You could drive yourself home, you know? But instead, you lied and you don't have your own apartment. You live with your wife that you're getting divorced from that you didn't even say anything about. I mean, dude. And they're like, I'm coming out of my way, pig whore. Unspread your legs, you pig whore. He better get out of there, you pig whore. And you're thinking to yourself, all right, this guy doesn't have a car. There's no way he's gonna come here. But man, that motherfucker walks. And then he's there, he's stuck there outside your house, kicking, screaming where you live for 20 fucking years. And you're like, oh my God, is this really happening? Then to double it up, they're friends with the cops because they used to be I'm sorry, a corrections officer. And they got big old fucking mitt hands. and you just want to fucking go back to life before 6 weeks. Before, like, I could wasn't even allowed windshield wipers. Fuck if I can have windshield wipers on my car that I was paying for, right? Nope. Every fucking day. Windshield wipers. Twisted up, smashed, broken. Till finally it was the motor then. He just fucking had to replace the whole thing. And call the cops and did you get it on camera? What did you motherfuckers do before camera, man? Then it didn't even matter because he knew him. I was scared to drive in the town that I lived in for 20 years. It is a nightmare in real life. A fucking nightmare. And I know this motherfucker and his new, well, she's not new anymore, but she's just as whacked as him, followed me here. I know they did. And as far as I'm concerned, when Vern was thinking all this stuff about me and saying, she's done this to guys, she's done that, that was him, not Vern, the other guy. Because Vern, I didn't have any kind of dating thing going on, but it was our person, the 6 week guy, stalker, that was putting ideas in his and Alex's head. I'm thinking, well, because he didn't want me to date anybody. So the thought that me and Alex might meet probably was like, oh my God, are you fucking kidding me? You know? Yeah, it does. And I would pray to God that he killed one of, like God struck one of us, that me or him. Because I wasn't going to jail for this guy. Like, I wasn't going to harm him. He wasn't worth going to jail for. But I couldn't take the fucking spitting in my face. Motherfucker would spit in my face. He wouldn't leave. I just wanted to be broken up with him. But he wouldn't fucking leave. And the police were his friends. And broke my finger, gave me 2 black eyes. I mean, and verbally made me feel so ugly. So ugly. And he would spit in my face. And this was my home where I lived for 20 years. And man, I would just pray for God to just kill one of us. And my point is that hi buns, that I feel like, that I noticed that the Vern hasn't been, like around for a while, and I feel, like he was a little overwhelmed. I mean, these people, they just kept talking and talking and talking and, putting me down in his room, and he wanted to move on, but he didn't seem like, Vern could just talk about anything else, even his, anything. I'm not a mean person. I've always thought, I mean, don't mistake that for being somebody who's wishy-washy. I truly, truly can handle a situation, and I know right from wrong, and I'm true, like but one thing that always bothered me about when we see movies of the future, they're dismal. They're very, very dismal. And I always thought, like, maybe if we see movies that are the future looks positive and bright and possible and you know, like glorious, then maybe that would be, mind over matter. I mean, I remember somebody saying to me about the Malaysian flight, the one, that just disappeared, and about how the way it was able to be accepted was because we had all watched the show Lost. If you remember the show Lost, where the plane disappeared. And hi, Buns, if I didn't say hello. Um, so like when it said, I'll believe it when I see it. So we saw it and we believed it. You know what I'm saying? I watched a show today where it was showing, pictures with Ishtar. Oh, I like the Ishtar. um, it was, pictures with strange backstories, and one of the pictures was LBJ on the plane after the JFK incident, and he was winking at somebody. And I thought, that's kind of strange, and yet there it sits, and it's just like this. They're yelling again out in the hall. Do you guys remember when I used to have, the other like neighbors, and the same thing would happen, and like I would like jump, and it was like, ah, and it's the same. And it's so crazy that bad people and bad behavior is so accepted that, now it's just in a video that gets like probably over 1 million views of LBJ turning and winking at somebody and the guy winking back and it's crazy to me that but I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I can't complain about anything here because basically with the housing crisis the way things are and stuff, who can move? I mean, really, I'm just one person and I just pay my rent and just, you know, try to be peaceful. You know what I mean? Um, many eggs in your house. I don't know what that means. Oh, for Easter. Oh, um, it's so odd to me that for years, like you would think, first of all, you would think that during the time of the whole, like, there's so many things. I don't know. I can't even tell you how much I worry about in the world. That doesn't even like really have any like, but it does influence. It does affect me. You know how people will go, "Oh, I don't know. I have too much to worry about. I can't worry about that. That doesn't affect me." But it doesn't maybe like, but in the end, it does affect us. Everything affects us. Everything. Everything affects us. Like, what me and Annette were talking about the other night. Uh, that guy, October, somebody escapes and gets to call the police. November, somebody escapes. Same year. Yeah, but you fixed all that. Yeah, I know. You fixed all that. Yeah, you don't need to be giving that information out. You should remove that, actually. I know. You should remove that comment. I know. Too much information. TMI. TMI. Um, thing is, it's like, right, exactly. It's like maybe the guy wanted to get caught before he killed somebody. This Mike Latunsky, you know, maybe he wanted to get caught. Maybe that's why those bindings weren't tight enough. He knew he was going to do something, and he wanted to get caught. Um, same with like Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm not saying so much that he wanted to get caught, but he himself could not believe. Thing was that he couldn't even carry out a lot of his actions that he did without drinking first. Um, and he literally had to stop in between, after drilling a hole into Conarac's and Sanfrason, I'm probably saying it wrong, skull and injecting acid. He left and went to the package store, the liquor store, off license. Uh, he went to get alcohol. I've always found that so intriguing to me that he couldn't do what he was going to do without more alcohol, drinking, and that he literally took the risk of this kid escaping, this 14-year-old kid whom he was out on, like he was on probation, he was on probation for having previously attacked his brother. And yeah, he came back and he even said he couldn't believe that the police returned that kid to him. But then they're just like almost like a functioning addict, going to work every day, um, doing things and being like, oh my God, they're not even looking for this person. You know? The other one, Son of Sam. Now, here's the thing. First of all, the guy, is complaining about a dog barking all the time in an apartment in New York City. Now, I can understand that. I mean, that if somebody was working, say, third shift or they were insomniac or anything at all, if somebody's dog was barking 24/7, you can't tell me that wasn't the only complaint that they probably have had. What 14-year-old? Oh, Conorak? Horrible. And those officers rose through the ranks. Rose through the ranks. But that's not the only time that that's gone on. I mean, I almost feel like even a lot of these cold cases that are being solved now, they're only being solved because people are basically, in my opinion, paying to put their DNA into this database, looking for their family tree and all of that, but they're not reading the fine print of where it says it will be provided to you know you could have some niece or something somewhere think you got away with something, 40, 50 years ago, and they go looking up their family tree, and then next thing they're knocking on your door. Even that one recently, it wasn't even recently, it was actually back in April of, was it 2020? I could be wrong. Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe it's 2020. He was a Congolese, is it immigrant or um, refugee? Congolese. The one in Grand Rapids recently. And here's the thing. He knew. Why did he even get out of the car like that? And then people will say, oh, well, there was a language barrier. Okay? That's what they'll say. But was there really? And if there was, then who advised him to to attach a license plate to drive with no license and to take the officer's taser? Who advised him of that? So now there's protests, and I agree that yes, there was more than one police officer there, and certainly, as opposed to shooting the person in the head because of them having a taser, they certainly probably could have put him in handcuffs. Um, but definitely hard when he's holding on to a taser and won't drop it. Could have shot him in the hand. Oh, there was no other cop there? Oh, they must have been there, standing there when he was trying to do the life resuscitating thing. That must have been the other cops there. Now, here's the thing, but I would think would probably have been, especially knowing that there was no other cop there, would have been the thing to do. Let the guy go inside the house. Deal with the attached plate in a different way. The guy was going out of his house, going somewhere. Where was he going? Um, how did he know he didn't have a license right away? How did he know that? Well, he ran his plates, but he didn't know that the guy driving didn't have a license. The plates were expired. Well, he said that the plates didn't belong on that car, but then again, plates do get transferred. People have 7 days, don't they? He got out of that car like he knew this guy, in my opinion. Um, First of all, he had his body cam showing, not his dash cam. The plates were expired. I mean, yeah, he said those plates don't belong on that car. Right, but he was already making a movement. No, but he didn't say the plates were expired. He said those plates don't belong on that car. So basically, it had something to do with stolen plates. So somebody called in stolen plates. Now, for him to know those plates don't belong on that car, and but he was already moving his hands like, like, you speak English, buddy, kind of thing. Why not just let the guy go inside, confiscate the plates? Um, who called those plates? You know, who called those plates in? And I would have liked to seen the dash cam rather than the body cam, you know? What made him initially start looking at that? I thought I heard him say those plates don't belong on that car. Right, but the body cam footage, it starts with facing the steering wheel, you know? And at the end of the day, I, but knowing that the guy was already out of the car, that's what makes me wonder, like, had this guy parked and was he just getting out of the car in his neighborhood and this guy just pulls up? I mean, we didn't see that. We didn't see the dash cam footage. Why was there no dash cam footage? You know? And this guy's going like this with his hands, going, "You speak English? You speak English?" So he automatically knew something. Well, he would be resisting terribly if he just came from the Congo. Have you seen the Congo and what they do to people there? Especially if the kid really couldn't speak English. I don't know if he could or couldn't. We'll never know. I mean, I don't know. I didn't watch what the, father said. And uh, I do think that people, though, that they do bring over from war-torn countries like that should automatically. I don't know if I heard any English come from that guy's mouth, though, at all. How did that guy not know if he was deaf? Hi, Water Lily. You know what I mean? But here's what I'd like to know is everything else on the guy, on both of them, but we won't find anything on both of them. Um, because now everything will just be, uh, you know, that story. And people are threatening, violence. Whose streets are streets? No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. Now that's not the way to go. Um, because I agree wholeheartedly that putting a gun up to somebody's temple to take them out is, but what was his name again? I'd have to get on my laptop. Paul or something, Peter, without, but I will tell you the one that I fucking really get sick about is Charles Landeros. Now that guy, he was Lehman. Patrick Layola, okay. Charles Landeros, he was Lehman. He was leaving that school. Those two cops, they already didn't like him. They knew who he was, in my opinion. Not trying to be a dick, I'm not even. But Night Out, I mean, Net watched it, right? That Charles Landeros clip that I told you to look at, remember? He was leaving. He was leaving that school. Um, Concealed and carry is not illegal, even in schools in Oregon. He was going to target practice, but the school called him and told him, "You have to come here. Your wife is, your ex, blah, blah, blah." There's a whole big thing going on. But these two cops were already familiar with him because he was an activist against police brutality. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. So can we not even speak about that, please? I have nothing, none. Okay. Yeah. Nothing to do with any of that. Please don't even bring it, you know, because at the end of the day, I get blamed for everything. So yeah, you could just not. Hmm, his auntie. What's going on with that? It's okay. No worries, Kimberly. No, about the other stuff. Oh, it was my dog, my friend's dog. Came charging out. Nothing scary though. Probably his dog scared all the ghosts. So has Kanye West been being anti-Semitic or some shit? Is that what's going on with him? I know, right? Wasn't it scary? No, he does. He lives near that one. I have to look it up. I'm looking it up right now. I'm gonna look it up. Takes forever. I know, right? I hated what he did to Taylor Swift. I thought that was mean. So this is CNN Entertainment, so should be reputable, right? I guess. On the surface, the case of Kanye West seems pretty cut and dry. He made anti-Semitic remarks that caused companies that he was affiliated with, including Adidas and Balenciaga, but whatever, to bring a relationship, bringing to an end his tenure on Forbes billionaires list. But the $1 million question is, why didn't this happen a long time ago, given West's history of making anti-black statements? Wait a minute. So I don't even understand. How is he anti-black? He is black. His insistence that slavery was a choice and racism is a dated concept, and most recently, his inclusion of White Lives Matter shirts in his fashion line. The reason why I wrote White Lives Matter on a shirt is because they do. Okay. So, wow. So are they trying to like make anger at Kanye West and Jews because now they're trying to say that people didn't care about his anti-black statements, just his anti-Semitism statements. So, wow. Others have observed the same. It seemed to take West offending the Jewish community before his empire, which includes music, fashion, and tennis shoes, began to crumble. Before Kanye West was the face of anti-Semitism, he was one of hip-hop faces of misogyny, anti-blackness, Trumpism, and slavery denial. Yeah, but nobody said that until he wrote White Lives Matter and became anti-Semitism. Well, what did he say against anti-Semitism? Like, what did he say? Well, exactly, Water Lily. But they're trying to cause a race division. Not like they're trying to create hatred towards Jews. I'm sorry, just telling you. That's what's going on. Thanks, I know. Um, so wait, so it goes fact. Before Kanye West was the face of anti-Semitism, he was one of the hip hop faces of misogynoir. Do you mean misogyny? Not misogynoir. Okay. Anti-blackness, Trumpism, and slavery denial. Okay. Well, here. Let's see if we can deny slavery here because we can't. Okay? We can't. And this is not the issue. Kanye is not the issue. Okay? Here's the issue. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. This is important. Okay? Okay. Do you know that there are 5 states in these midterm elections that are voting to abolish slavery? I didn't know. Now, I'll give you a hint on one of those states. It was the state that Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated in. So in 8 days, okay, that state where Martin Luther King Jr. lost his life in the 22 midterm of election, they are shaped up to be among the most politically charged midterm elections in some time. I myself am disappointed in myself, and I plan to change my ways in this midterm election. Because man, I think the first time that I ever did vote was in a midterm election. And then I voted in the presidential election. And then no more in midterm elections. Shame on me. So, several states will be voting on a question that most of us had assumed had been settled long ago, rather to officially abolish slavery. 5 states. In Tennessee, are you a voter? Because this is very important then. Despite conservative attempts to whitewash history in recent years, those of us, disclaimer, I'm just reading off the news. This is all public information. Those of us with even a cursory understanding of American history generally believe that slavery was abolished in the United States as a result of the Civil War. That is technically true. The 13th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, but each state has its own constitution, declares that neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. Over time, every state in the U.S. has ratified the 13th Amendment. Now, I want people to listen to that real close there, because what I'm saying is, although we all know that there's chain gangs and there's work detail and there's community service and there's private prisons now owned by companies getting free labor. But what they're saying is not that concept of slavery and involuntary servitude. They're saying, now, my question here too is they're saying 5 states are voting on it. Does that mean that there's other states that actually it's not illegal? Not only when you're in prison and duly convicted, but that it's not illegal. And how are state constitutions overriding the U.S. Constitution? It says over time, every state in the U.S. has ratified the 13th Amendment, although the last state to do so was Mississippi in 2013. The except as a punishment for crime clause in the 13th Amendment, however, allowed Southern states to criminalize blackness and also whiteness. Let's not lie. There's white people in jail in ways that let them retain some degree of forced labor. And over time, it has contributed to the problem of mass incarceration in the U.S. The exception clause found in the 13th Amendment is similar to language found in the laws of several states. Yeah, we get that, but they're not looking to change the U.S. Constitution, saying, except as punishment for a crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted. Okay? So, give us a little more here. Were these states dealing with sex slavery or any other kind of slavery? Indentured servants, people who were needing their passage over from war-torn country? I don't know. 5 of those states, Alabama, Louisiana, Oregon, Tennessee, and Vermont, will vote in November on whether to remove those clauses from state laws. Now, I would think with private prisons, that would be a good thing. Instagram accounts posted a series of graphics explaining the particular questions on the ballots of each of these 5 states. All 5 states' referendums propose removing slavery or indentured servitude clauses from their states' constitutions. If passed, the Tennessee and Vermont proposals would additionally add language to those states' constitution. Here we go. Specifically clarifying that slavery or other forms of involuntary servitude are forbidden under all circumstances. The Alabama proposal, however, would result in the state removing all racist language from its constitution. Did any of us know until just now? I'm admitting I didn't. That there is racist language in Alabama's constitution. Did any of us know that? I didn't. I need a research assistant here. I'm gonna have to see if I can text Chosen One Community. Hold on. Let's see if she shows up. Hello, my tiny baby squash. Sitting but the same squashed it. Squashed it. Yeah, like I'm really in shock right now that like oh my god, my fucking cat Tucker is an asshole. Okay, so I don't know anybody who lives in Alabama, okay? But I am going to you guys know that each state has its own constitution, okay? God, you're such a Tucker is an asshole. All right. The preamble of Alabama's Constitution is we, the people of the state of Alabama, in order to establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, invoking Tucker, asshole. Invoking the favor and guidance of Almighty God. See, church and state is not supposed to be. Do ordain and establish the following constitution and form of the government for the state of Alabama. Hi, Luke. Mandy, right? Mandy. All right. So the Alabama Constitution is like one of the longest, by the way. All men are equally free and independent, that they are endowed with their creator and son. Okay, so I don't want to read this one. I want to read, like, I just want to read it. Why can't I read it? Mandy, when you came and you left with a big. Okay, here we go. Declaration of Rights. The great general and essential principles of liberty and free government may be recognized and established and declare that all men are equally free and independent, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, and among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Yes, by their Creator. That all political power is inherent in the people, and all free governments are founded on their authority and instituted for their benefit, and that therefore they have all times, okay, that no religion shall be established by law, that no preference shall be given by law to any religious sect, society, denomination, or mode of worship, and no one shall be compelled by law to attend. You know what? Seems to be like they kind of do that. Okay, in my opinion, that all people should be just secure in their person, houses, papers, and possessions from unreasonable seizure and searches, that no warrants shall issue to seize any person or thing without probable cause. The reason why I'm talking about this is because these midterm elections, okay, are important. But where's this where they say all racist language? Where's the racist language? That immigration shall be encouraged, immigration shall not be prohibited, and no citizen shall be exiled. That no form of slavery shall exist in this state, and there shall not be any involuntary servitude otherwise than for the punishment of crime of which the party shall have been duly convicted. The privilege of suffrage shall be protected by laws regulating elections and prohibiting all undue influences foreigners who are or may after become bona fide residents of the state shall enjoy the same freedoms. So where does it say anything racist though? You know, it's 386 pages. I really can't, read all that right now. I like refried beans, not brain. I like refried beans too. I like it too. It's magically delicious. I like it with nacho cheese and sour cream. Nacho chips and Doritos. Whatever. Listen, what I do is my business. You know what? Let's just face it, guys. I'm boring. Okay? If I was a rich man. Yada dida 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 da. All day long I'd bitty bitty bum. Why would somebody bitty bitty bum if they were a wealthy man? I mean, I like the rhyme. I mean, it's more better than like, more better. It's more better. If I was a rich man, I would pay bills and stress out and drink all day. If I was a stressed out, angry man, I would be zero Mostel. Caviar! I'm stupid. I've learned to accept it. And I think you guys all should too. I know, right? What's wrong with me? And Pete disappeared and I didn't know where he went. Phew, that's scary. True life, true life. Lahayam, 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 true life. They're just trying to make people hate Jewish people with Kanye West. In my opinion, allegedly. She takes my money when I'm in need. Yeah, you guys, just so you know, hate everybody else, and they made it so I couldn't play music anymore, so now I have to sing. And possibly just to torture everybody even more because of what they did to me with the whole, I don't even know if it was like because of the music or whatever, but how am I going to get my point across about music? Sure, I don't know how to tune it. Can't tune it. She takes my money when I'm in need. Hey, she's a traveling friend G. Yo, she's a gold digger. Way over time. She digs on me. Right? She takes my money when I'm in need. Remember, they don't have it like that, those others. a random person. I'm going to find a break that thing. Listen, random, they don't have it this way. Oh, she's a gold digger. No, wait. Yo, she's a gold digger. Yo, she's a gold digger. Way over time. It gives on me. Boom, 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 boom. All right, now what? I want to rock right now. My name's Rob Bass and I came to get down. I'm not internationally known, but I'm known to rock the microphone because I get stupid. I mean outrageous. Stay away from me if you're contagious because I'm the man. No, not a leader. To be an MC is why I choose her. Ladies love me. Girls adore me. I mean, even the ones who never saw me like the way that I rock my soul. The reason why, man, I don't know. So let's go, cuz. It takes two to make a thing go right. It takes two to make it out of sight. Am I right? Sure. I just lost 7 viewers. What's that tell you? Not music lovers. Not music lovers. Evidently, because I've been told I'm a natural. Fine. Never again. Never again will I grace you with the sweet, velvety tones of oh, you have to say it like the Jewish way. Limba. Maybe for one more song. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. Limba. What do you mean I was good? What does that mean? Yes, natural, right? That's what I say. Friends say that too. People who aren't friends, enemies, have said I'm a natural water lily. I don't know. You know, she was here with the increase in my abilities of making an ass out of myself. Tracy, what an ass. You'll find that line. That's a very famous line. Ooh, a quiz. I have a quiz right here. You guys look like it. You mean like trivia? Or name that tune quiz? Or what would you like? Quiz. Would you like that? Would you like trivia? Trivia? That's how I say it. I'm practicing my Jewishness. If you guys don't mind. Yes, I don't even have to try hard. Water lily. It's natural. Whoops. Look at my cards are all awry. How'd that happen? I haven't even played this game. Why? I ask. Okay. Who is the author of the James Bond novels? You guys know? James Bond, I say. Who wrote those books? Ooh. See, every once in a while, I like to integrate sound effects and kalimba. Cause
we have to be disruptive.
That's why. So see how good I do this. Yes. Who wrote the books of the James Bond series? Here we go. Her name was Lola. She was a showgirl with yellow ribbons in her hair and her dress turned under there. She knew the cha-cha and the marengo. I don't know the rest. Somebody tell me. What do you think? Who should always sing that song as opposed to me? Who sings that song? First and last name, please. I would like to integrate into right, Water Lily? Who doesn't like this? Let's do some more. I'm still waiting for the first two trivia answers, but I'm so fired up right now on Kalimba. Just have to do it. All right. Tell me what song this is, even though I'm going to meow it, okay? Meow. 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 Me, meow. What song is that? In English, please. In cat, it is known as felines. Michael Barlone is nobody I know. For the question of who wrote James Bond shows or books, it is Ian Fleming. Like that. Ian Fleming. Just saying. Yes. Felines, which I just sang you guys the version of in cat, is known as no. It's meow. Meow. Meow meow. Felines. It sounds like felines, but I will do that. What's new, pussycat? I have to tune up. Meow meow meow. What's new, pussycat? Meow 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 meow. Pussycat, pussycat, I love you. Yes, I do. You and your pussycat. No. Meow, meow. You and your pussycat. I. Meow, meow. You and your pussycat. Lips. Alright, I'll shut up. People are dropping like flies here. It's felines, okay? It's feelings. It's feelings. It's feelings. What's so hard about feelings? Nothing more than feelings. Forget it. I'm ahead of my time. I think people have like just dropped like flies out of here. They hate me. Please, yes, do. Do take gummies. And that's favorite candy. Bet you if I went around and did commentary on people's live streams, people would like it. But I'm not gonna, because quite frankly, I don't even really think that I saw anything new. Who knows, right? We all know everything is ridiculous anyway. Am I right? Yes, of course. Nobody here cares about if they vote, apparently. Nobody cares about anybody but gummies. That's all it is. So did that revenge stuff happen, or did somebody say it happened? Like, did anybody see it happen? I'm actually like, I took a little look see, you know what I mean? And I feel like it's not, conducive to um wanting no drama. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's just not conducive. Um like did anybody actually see, did Sharon like really do that and play that particular thing, or did she or did somebody accuse her of it? Like did anybody see her do that? I'm not sure. I'm like wondering, did it go on earlier? Like, was there something going on where this person was, um, like doing something? Mm, wow. Oh, you played audio? Oh, I don't know where you got that from. I mean, like, is it still up? It's like weird if it's still up. It shouldn't even be up. Something like that shouldn't be up. Don't record your. But I mean, like, all in all, across the board, it's generally disrespectful. Like, um, oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't watch it like that to have it like know anything about favorite scenes or nothing. I don't think it's even right that women should be disrespected in like I'm not putting you down, Sharon. I'm just saying that in my opinion, you know, in my opinion, I just don't, feel like I want to even like partake in a lot of the shit that's going on anymore because there's so much stuff in the world that I'd rather use the platform of social media for I don't know, different reasons. It doesn't mean I mean anything like that anybody else is wrong for doing it. Believe me, I'm sitting here listening to what's going on and I'm like blown away. And of course I do want to do commentary on it. Of course I do. You know what I'm saying? But the subject matter of it for me is re, you know uh regardless of what they in that community want to think, I don't support uh, the exploitation of women or the fact that even social media allowed it to be. Well, yes, they do. No, I'm not going to play it. No, because I think social media shouldn't even, there's things I see pertaining to that MAGTOW stuff that even, you know, that channel Lycan does that I find misogynistic, and there's things that Tom does I find misogynistic. I find it disgusting too that at this moment that's another channel is claiming that you take pain pills, which I don't believe that you take pain pills. You know what I mean? Um, and her husband's partaking in it, and then on another channel, there's got but this revenge prawn topic has gone on with a particular person for at least 7 years that I know of, which I find suspect. But all in all, I do believe that um, you know him calling people slanderous drama hewers is no different than disrespecting other women. There's a lot of disrespect going on. And no, not you. I'm saying, oh, yeah, they were saying that about you. Somebody was, yeah. So all of it to me is fucked up. And I just don't even want to be a part of it anymore. I just really, of any of it, I think it's wrong. I do. I think it's all wrong. But it just makes my stomach sick, you know? Where's there a swastika? Who said swastika? There's a swat. Oh, I didn't even see that. Nobody blocked that? Oof, I wasn't even looking. Thank you for pointing that out. No, somebody did block it. Wow, thank you for pointing that out, random. I didn't even see that. Oof, nasty. I don't know who Sexy Jake is. I don't know any of that. Man, all I know is that I just want to like keep pressing for a peaceful future. Really, I did not know that. You're doing. I don't know. They got blocked though, Sharon. I would have to say that I was more pissed, I would say, incited almost to do commentary about it, um, about the pain pill stuff that was being said. Because at the end of the day, if somebody shared a video or audio that somebody else had like already been kind of, and let's be for real, that this other person, the TM person, was bashing somebody who said they were their friend, Sharon, only because she was getting along with people. I don't know what's wrong with that. I don't know what's wrong with getting along with people. But what really kind of bothered me was the talking about pain pills by somebody else, not that person, but by somebody else and their husband, going back to the whole now they're attacking Sharon. Now, wait a minute. I just thought the other day it was said that Sharon really wasn't talking about you. So now you're coming out to defend TM. You see, all of that is flip-flopping stuff. All of that is flip-flopping stuff. The fact that people can't be in other people's rooms. The thing is that they should give people the benefit of the doubt and enough credit as an adult to know that they can conduct themselves. You know, they can read a room. They can conduct themselves according to the, channel owner and basically make the decision to partake in something or not and how much they want to be partaking in something. But to automatically say, you can't come to this room, you can't go here. Really? Sharon? See, now that's sick. That's sick stuff right there. So, whatever you say, darling. I don't even know you and have never seen you before. So the fact that you come in here now as a stranger and say something to me, and then obviously you don't get, like, see, I've known Sharon since Tom Reed, a chosen one time when she was a mod on there and I was a mod on there. We started off kind with each other. It wasn't like, we started off with her attacking me, and then we were kind right from the get-go to each other. So evidently, if somebody names Darlene whatever comes in and says some bullshit, my first instinct is gonna automatically I'm gonna be blocking, because I don't know you, and you're gonna come out and say something about somebody I've known for some years now. All right, well, anyway. Absolutely right there, like, not sugar-coated. But what Sharon just said is the truth. I can't think of any other better advice that somebody should say to anybody than that. I mean, where's my... Oh, there it is. Okay. Where is it now? It's...
What would be the key learnings here?
What would be the key learnings
here?
Right?
Let's really drill down on this. Let's take that offline.
Right?
That's a no-brainer. Let's circle back to that. I'm at capacity. We have to be disruptive. We're gaining traction. I feel like there's a disconnect.
All of those apply. All of those apply. And then all of these apply.
We have to be disruptive. I'm at capacity. What would be the key learnings here? Let's take that offline.
That's the key one. Right? Let's not do that shit online. Tell your friends, tell your youngsters, tell everyone. Tell yourself. I mean, 7 years later and that shit's still going on. That's a repeat offender, in my opinion, allegedly. Cannot do that. What Joker? No, I can't do that because they're too much on me. But you could go live because I'm going to end my live. Don't worry about them. I got rid of them. Peace out and tacos, you guys. Love ya.